Yo, yeah, peace and electricity, beautiful, lovely, most gorgeous, most precious, most enlightened, most electrifying, right? Most beautiful, lovely, ascending, golden, platinum. You're beautiful. We are lovely. I know it's been a while. Don't judge me, it's alright. I've been doing a lot of good stuff for myself. I just came on here really to just talk real briefly about an incident that happened in our city. And I think it's pivotal to tomorrow's progression and the transgression of all the bull crap we've been going through, right? Or the world been going through. I don't want to say we, like, we're exclusive to it. But so a few years back, there's this gentleman, right, King God. I don't know him. I ain't trying to speak, down or anything. Just giving a story, basically, right? So there's this God, this king. Really inspiring, right? So he's in our city, get pulled over. And the only reason why we know that because we see our cops there, right? So that's how I knew. People on Facebook and all that probably already knew because, how local that stuff be. But I knew because I seen the cop cars there. And he telling them, like, y'all can't pull me up. Y'all ain't got no jurisdiction over me. He got his flag out the window. One that says six-pointed star, green on a red flag, right? And he's telling them, y'all ain't got no jurisdiction over me. He's hanging it out the window of the truck. Like, y'all can't do nothing with me, da-da-da. Long story short, right? Y'all get what I'm saying? He's telling them, I'm not under y'all contract. I have no business with y'all, basically. I don't know what... Matter of fact, actually, I heard somebody speak of that. I heard a guy speak of that, like, we don't know what happened to that man. When he went around the corner, da-da-da, such and such could have happened, or, after the fact, whatever the case may be. So yesterday, this is 4 years later, I believe 4 years later, and I don't want to get into the whole story. I just want to say that it was a standoff situation, and I'm only saying this because I do believe this is a powerful event. And I don't speak in depth on local events or on particular situations. It's just something I prefer. But this particular one is pivotal, like I said, to tomorrow's progression and a transgression of a system that majority of the people either aren't aware of that they don't like, or they know that they ain't with that type of stuff, right? Standoff situations, 7 hours long, if I'm not mistaken. Surprisingly, they said there was 1,000 shots fired. 1,000. Could you imagine? One person too. This was just him, and we ain't even gonna get into my opinion on the situation. If you know anything or heard anything that I said before, then you pretty much know where I stand on it. But I'm just gonna give, what the news is saying or what the story is at the moment. He fired the first shot, allegedly, right? He wasn't going. They was trying to evict him out of a residence, which is even crazier to me because it's like, all right, y'all put the whole neighborhood in danger just to try to get somebody out of a house that y'all really have no say-so over. Like, y'all don't own the house. Y'all gonna come with brute force, SWAT teams, and FBI. What is the FBI there for? All right, SWAT, we get that. It's a barricade. What is the FBI there for? Huh? Because he flexed on y'all with a flag before? And y'all knew, you know what I mean? So, obviously, no secret. That wasn't one of those situations where they arrested the dude. A white person, and not that I really care too much about the fact that the person's white, but we know how it goes. A white person goes somewhere, shoot up a bunch of stuff, somehow, some odd way, they end up getting arrested. I didn't even know that was like a thing once you like shoot at cops and I ain't even gonna say I don't know it was a thing, but I get what I'm saying. He ended up getting killed, 1,000 shots fired. First, the reports was 40 cops laid off, right? Because over 40 cops fired their weapon that day. And, that's the protocol. You gotta see the psych doctor, see if you're traumatized or whatever they may say, right? That whole process. First they said 40, then they went to over 60, Last time I looked, they said it was 65 local officers benched, basically, right, for the time being. We know they're going to come back if there even is a comeback from this, right? Because this could just be a part of the fall that we see. I believe it is. And it's important to note that, like I said, it was a gentleman that identified as a Moor, I assume. I don't want to speak, on this man, and I don't know nothing, but I assume, they say he thought he was a sovereign citizen, which means he didn't fall under no federal laws or, things of that nature. And he is right. Fuck, pardon my language. It's the first time I cuss, huh? Yeah, he was right, though. He don't fall under your jurisdiction. I mean, to my knowledge, I don't know exactly, people identify and originate themselves from different places, and that's not for me to debate or, to really have a say-so on, but to my knowledge, he identified as a particular originator, right? Because when you start talking about the Moors, you start talking about before, well, I guess depending where you at, but I did hear somebody actually speak on him in a car situation. So I just wanted to speak on this particularly. And it's been a while. So yeah, obviously a lot of stuff happened. It's been a beautiful, I'm going to speak most recently. The last week and a half, 2 weeks, 1 week, within 7 days, I probably consumed over I was still eating some bullcrap in between, but I ate so many melons that it was just lovely, so electrifying, so beautiful, right? I felt wonderful. And I think I don't want to go too in depth in it, but it was a wonderful moment in my life, and I'm still melloned up at the moment, so I'm still doing it. And I ate some bullcrap chips, and I don't even know it's doing bad for me. But I ain't perfect. Well, I am perfect, but I try not to be too hard on myself with my desires all the time. Try to find a balance somewhere, right? Like I always tell you, it ain't about living up to someone else's expectations or what a belief of what society think you may be, whether it be carnivore. You don't have to, eat all. If you eat steak and burgers, don't mean you got to eat chicken, vice versa, whatever the case may be. You could do whatever you want to do, however you want to do it. Right? And you're not wrong. Well, you're not wrong or right, but you're also wrong and right. You feel me? But the beautiful part, like I was saying, I've been eating so many melons. It's been such a beautiful, lovely moment in this experience, right? And we all know, well, I don't know when, maybe I'll try to post this, but a lot of cosmic events been happening. So, I've been reaping the benefits and really doing some good work. On myself, still spreading light and love. See me sweating a little bit, but that's cool. Still being a songbird, loving the new species of animals and insects. I got bit up. Can y'all see it? We got attack mosquitoes out right now. And let me speak on that real quick, because I was telling the individual, the mosquitoes might be giving you something vital that you need, right? Although they're taking at the same time, or it may seem like a pest because you itch and you got a bump and blah, 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 right? But for one, original, organic, right? If it's an organic matter or species, then I'm all for it. But if they're not, which they may not be, I feel like there's some attack mosquitoes planted in particular areas to draw us inside, one, so obviously we don't get the information and the love and the light that's coming through, and for two, to either damage our most absorbative organ we have, right? Because I've seen individuals, and it smells so bad, off. It's strong, it's potent, it's pungent, smells real chemically, right? And I don't see how people be just still today like us. You tripping? There's a can in front. I can take y'all with me to actually grab it, or just go grab it. Like, it's that close that I seen someone using it. Me, I ain't using that shit. Give me the sun. Give me the bugs. I've been bit up 3 times. All on my hands because I got everything else covered. I even had to put my shoes on because it was swarming on my feet. You see one right there, bang. And you see 2. Oh, they over here. Yep, you can see them. 1, 2, 1, 2. But I ain't gonna scratch them, feel me? And then by tomorrow, it's gonna be like it never happened. Like I always tell y'all, embrace the mosquito bugs. Rebalance yourself. You need to reacclimate yourself with nature. It's not like something super hard. Like people be hesitant about being outside, bugs and sun, and it's hot. And like, what are y'all talking about? Like, please try to, don't. I ain't even gonna say that. Don't try to make sense to me about how, bugs is biting and the sun is hot and sweating. I don't even get it. What else you gonna do? You gonna sit in the house all day and look at a screen? I ain't been doing the best with that. I've been having a lot of screen time, but I've also always, I know I'm a light king. We're on a light walk for real. Whether it be I'm trying some new water, I ain't going. Am I gonna promote it? No. Sounds like a company that I shouldn't promote, but it's supposed to be a good water that a guy did recommend. Well, recommended through testing. Like, all right, this one tested decent. You know what I'm saying? Alkaline. Spring water though, naturally pardon me, alkaline spring water, and I don't consume it like that. I just clear my palate from time to time with it. But these, I've drank a good amount of those. And y'all know I've been drinking them since. Last time whenever I shared my love with my family. And peace and love to y'all. I ain't forget about y'all. Shout out to all y'all. I hope y'all still on y'all light walk. I know you are actually. You know what I'm saying? Even with the shifting imbalances in perspective and even reality, right? Stay focused on the possibility, the belief. You are that God, you are important, you are that goddess. I see your queens, oh man, I'm loving it. No, I haven't came across one that I'm loving in particular, right? But that don't stop me from loving all of the random occasions I have with her queens. Whether it be they crown, whether it be what they eating, a head wrap, how they consuming, what they eating, whatever they doing, right? Came across another unicorn doing yoga. Beautiful, rich chocolate skin tone. And like I always tell y'all, right? I'm a man. I have desires. I lust, but at the same time, I do know that almost no. I ain't gonna say it like that. I know my flesh ain't for everybody. Everybody's flesh ain't for me. Let's just put it like that, right? So with that being said, what are you? And what are you holding? Something just flew by. I guess I was holding a blade of grass because it was like this long. I'm assuming it was a blade of grass on the end. I don't know where it went that fast. But I was thinking to myself, well, I ain't even got too many more energy exchanges in me in this time period. In this experience, I don't have that many more contracts and ties, cosmic ties in me. You know what I'm saying? To be signing off on and indulging in. So that means from this point forward, I have to be. I'm just thinking about, pardon the I know y'all seen it all on my face too, but I'm just thinking about like, and not that I'm judgmental in a way where I'm looking at people like they're bad people, because I was before too, right? Consuming steaks and porks and sugar and no water. I didn't drink water. Not really. There came a point in my life where I started to drink water. Oh, that's a nice little grip, huh? Can't even see nothing but the bottle. But I don't like the bottle because it don't say BPA free on it. And obviously y'all can see that it's plastic. So that's obviously a con. It does promote a high alkaline pH balance. A couple miles deep in the earth, allegedly. So we're cool with that. But I've been just loving our queens, our kings. You know, we all know something. The problem is, right, I realized it, and it's good for me to still indulge in a low vibration at times, right? Because I could literally, I told y'all before, I could walk that 3-4, you know what I'm saying? 3-5, D5, D4, D3, you know what I'm saying? Like I could walk it. And I had to realize that, right, with what's going on, like just, and maybe, you know, with stories and people's testimonies and things like that, we could get misled or, you know, have a false expectation of what something may be for itself. But you just gotta, in my experience, go through your own experience and gauge your growth and your progression off of that instead of what a master or teacher said or done before or a peer, right? But yeah, it's good for me to indulge in a low vibration from time to time because I can still see what's going on with us, you know what I'm saying, and what's happening in the diaspora where we at. So everyone knows something. That's the problem, right? Everybody today knows something. Even the most lost people. I have conversations with individuals where I'm like, "Dad, you talking about that?" Surprised the F out of me. And it's not that I'm thinking you dumb or you slow or you're incompetent of any sort. It's just your lifestyle and your decisions don't match up with the information you talk about, right? In the least bit. So that's the problem, right? I see that we all know something, the internet. We all know the internet. Everybody know their food's bad. Everybody knows the government